You think buying a budget soundbar in 2025 is simple? Think again. Beneath the shiny marketing and sweet prices hides a brutal truth. Most budget soundbars are traps, designed to wow you on paper and disappoint you at home. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain. You'll discover the shocking things no one tells you before you buy. Stick around till the section where we expose the hidden cost most buyers realize after it's too late. The illusion of value. Why budget doesn't always mean affordable. On the surface, a $200 soundbar feels like a steal. Crisp packaging, Dolby logos, maybe even Atmos stamped on the box. But here's what they don't tell you. Most budget soundbars aren't truly budget-friendly in the long run. Why? Because cheap hardware usually means short life cycles. You'll spend less today, but when it fails or becomes outdated, you'll be buying again sooner than expected. That's not saving. That's cycling through disappointment. Think about it. What's the cost of poor sound quality over 3 years? What's the price of never really enjoying the content you love? Because your soundbar only pretends to deliver surround sound. Manufacturers know you'll bite at flashy specs, and they load boxes with meaningless features to catch your eye. HDMI ARC? Sure. Bluetooth? Of course. Virtual surround? Always. But none of that matters if the speakers inside are weak and the software is undercooked. So before you fall for a low sticker price, ask yourself, is this deal too good to be true? Because chances are, it is. The truth about Dolby Atmos in budget soundbars. Here's the bitter truth. Most budget soundbars claiming to support Dolby Atmos are not giving you real Dolby Atmos. They're giving you virtual Atmos. Simulated. Processed. Faked. Atmos requires upward-firing drivers. True object-based audio decoding. A soundstage that expands vertically and horizontally. But on most cheap models, it's just stereo with digital tricks. Manufacturers know the Dolby Atmos logo sells, so they license the name. But that doesn't mean you're hearing Atmos how it's meant to be heard. The result? Flat, shallow sound that leaves you wondering, is this really what Atmos sounds like? No, it's not. It's a marketing illusion. Don't be fooled by the box. Ask how the sound is created. Look for physical speaker design, not just software claims. Because if there are no up-firing drivers, there's no Atmos. The biggest mistake first-time buyers make. Let's talk about a mistake that almost everyone makes. Trusting TV reviews to guide their soundbar purchase. Online reviews often test soundbars in perfect conditions. Quiet rooms, calibrated TVs, controlled setups. That's not your living room. Your room has echo, furniture, corners, weird angles. These real-world elements change how sound moves, and most budget soundbars are terrible at adapting to your environment. Buyers assume, if it sounded good on YouTube, it'll sound good at home. But that's not reality. Even worse, most people don't test different modes or tweak the EQ. They plug in play and wonder why their new soundbar sounds hollow. Want real advice? Always look for soundbars with customizable sound profiles and tuning apps. Because no matter how good a review says it is, it needs to work in your space. Surround sound or just sound around you. Virtual surround. The most overused, misunderstood, and abused term in budget audio. Let's set the record straight. Just because sound comes from both sides, doesn't mean it's surround. True surround sound creates spatial separation. You feel directionality, movement, height, presence. But virtual surround on budget bars? It's often just stereo audio with a reverb filter. There's no real imaging, no real placement. Some brands use psychoacoustic tricks, bouncing sound off walls, to mimic space. But that only works in specific rooms, with specific walls, under specific conditions. Your tiny apartment with an open floor plan? It's not going to work. The worst part, once you realize it's not real surround, it's too late. You've already unboxed it. You've already set it up. And now you're stuck with a glorified stereo speaker. The remote control trap, the little device that drives you mad. Budget soundbars cut corners in unexpected places, and one of the most painful is the remote. Cheap remotes mean cheap experience. Poor IR reception, confusing button layouts, limited settings, sometimes no input selection at all. You're stuck cycling through modes, hoping it lands on HDMI ARC instead of optical. Some don't even have indicators, so you're pressing buttons blind. Here's the kicker. A bad remote kills your experience every single day. It's not a one-time frustration. It's every time you use your soundbar. No one tells you to check the remote before buying. But after 3 months of fighting with it, you'll wish you did. Bass trap. Why built-in subwoofers lie to you. Built-in subwoofers sound great in theory. Less space. No extra box. Simpler setup. But physics doesn't care about simplicity. A real subwoofer needs air to move. It needs cabinet volume, dedicated drivers, amplification. Most built-in subs in budget soundbars are tiny, underpowered, and barely reach 80 Hz. That's not bass. That's just lower mids. You want to feel bass, not just hear it. Explosions, rumble, deep voices, all of that lives below 60 Hz. Built-in subs just can't reach that depth. Even when a soundbar includes a wireless sub, many budget models underpower them to save cost. The result? Boomy, muddy bass that overwhelms the rest of the audio. If you care about impact, always choose a soundbar with a proper, external, dedicated subwoofer. Lack of software updates. Your soundbar is a time bomb. Here's a chilling reality. Most budget soundbars get 0 firmware updates after launch. That means bugs stay forever. Compatibility issues grow. And your soundbar becomes dumber with every passing year. In 2025, your soundbar is part of a smart ecosystem. It needs to talk to your TV, your streaming box, your phone. When it doesn't, it breaks the entire chain. And yet, many brands don't bother pushing updates, especially in the budget tier. So what happens? HDMI ARC fails. eARC doesn't handshake. Bluetooth lags. Voice assistants stop working. You didn't buy a paperweight, but you might end up with one. Before you buy, check the update policy. Look at past models. See how often the brand supports their products. Because your $200 soundbar needs to survive in a $2,000 ecosystem. Connectivity chaos, when plug and play becomes plug and pray. One more hidden danger, connectivity confusion. Budget soundbars love to advertise HDMI ARC, optical, Bluetooth, USB. But in practice, most users face handshake issues, signal drops, and sync delay. Worse, some inputs lock you out of key features. Using Bluetooth? Say goodbye to Atmos. Using optical? No volume control via TV remote. And good luck figuring that out, because the manuals are trash. Every connection method comes with trade-offs. And most buyers find out after they've connected it wrong. And by then, return windows are closed. Want peace of mind? Choose a soundbar with clear labeling, intelligent switching, and a TV remote-friendly HDMI CEC implementation. Your sanity depends on it. 5 budget soundbars worth considering in 2025, but with warnings. Not all budget soundbars are traps. Some actually offer good value, if you understand their limits. Let's break down 5 real options that get praise in 2025, but with truthful warnings you won't hear in ads. 1. TCL Alto 9 Plus Pros. Wide soundstage, Dolby Atmos, wireless subwoofer, Roku TV integration. Warning, upfiring speakers are present, but require a flat ceiling and correct placement to work properly. Don't expect cinema-grade Atmos. Great for Roku users. 2. Vizio M-Series 5.1 Soundbar Pros. Real surround sound with rear speakers, eARC support, punchy bass. Warning, build quality is basic, remote is confusing, and the sound needs tweaking out of the box. 3. Samsung HW-B650 Pros. Clear dialogues, decent virtual surround, subwoofer included. Warning, it uses DTS Virtual, X not real Atmos. Bass can feel boomy without EQ adjustment. Great for smaller rooms. 4. Hisense HS218 Pros. Affordable basic subwoofer, better than TV speakers. Warning, limited sound modes, no app control, and feels dated by today's standards. Entry-level choice only. 5. Creative Stage V2 Pros. Excellent for desktop or compact TV setups, strong mids, clean audio. Warning, no Atmos, limited loudness, no wireless sub. Best for casual listening, not home theater immersion. Remember, all of these soundbars offer something, but none of them offer everything. So don't just buy based on hype. Buy based on what matters most to you. Final thought, what to really look for in a budget soundbar. Forget the box. Forget the logos. Forget the influencer reviews. What really matters? Soundstage clarity. Expandability, rear speakers or sub included. Software reliability. Physical speaker design, not just DSP magic. Brand update history. You don't need a $1,000 setup to enjoy audio, but you do need awareness. That's what this video gave you. So the next time you're scrolling through Amazon or standing in front of a shelf, remember this breakdown. If you learned something today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And drop a comment with your setup so we can help others too. This is Faceless Reviews. We speak the truth without showing our face.